in case you go on later tonight. Don't freak out. They're doing updates. So um, that's that one. Let's see what else. Success Club so far, we do have one person, and correct me if I'm wrong, unless somebody else did it. Andrea has 5. Back here.
And just so you guys know, I'm recording the call, and I'll post it so anyone that messages will be able to get in touch with what we talked about.
Hey, I'm having a hard time hearing you. I don't know.
Me too. I am too. Is everybody muted?
Breaking up, or
everybody's not muted yet.
No, you're not breaking up. You're just really quiet. I think Jamie's too far away from the computer.
Is that better? We're recording the call so that way people can listen to it later.
It's probably our internet.
Can you hear that?
Good. Okay. All right. So, what was I going to touch on? So, yeah, Andrea is a Success Club 5 already. Congrats, Andrea, if you're on. Way to go.
And also,
and yell it out if you're there. I know we have a couple people at 4, so.
Andrea also qualified for month 2 of Success Club starters, so that's awesome. She has one more to go, and she earns that rank. And also a shout out to Emmy.
It'd be month 3, no?
No, this is month 2. She just got month 2. She'll be month 3 next month.
Okay.
And a big shout out to Emmy for Success Club 5 All-Stars. Way to go. That's really awesome. That's a huge accomplishment. So
cool.
Awesome.
Way to go, Em. Yeah, that's fantastic. So Andrea gets the P90X 1, 2, and Plus edition. Will be coming in the mail for her. And anybody else that hits Success Club 5, it's a fantastic prize. So it's like $300 worth of programs. So definitely a big month to hit the 5. And another awesome reason to hit 5 is Carl is donating $5 for every challenge pack sold to the International Justice Mission, which is a great charity. And I believe he said if we sell 200,000, he'll double it. So and make it $1 million donation to that great charity. So that's really cool. All right. I was going to touch a little bit on Elizabeth Hartkey. I know Dawn wants to touch on that a little bit too, but I'm going to touch on what I got out of it. The National Wake Up Call that was on Monday. And for new coaches, that replay is in the online office. It's live every Monday at 11, and the replay is in your online office on the right-hand side. So
you can literally listen to it on your phone. Yep. You can put it on your car.
Yep.
You can
so
do whatever with it.
That's something it's a must. I mean, it's free knowledge from top coaches. So I got a lot out of this one this week, actually. She talked a lot about having one-on-one calls with those who want it, and as you advance in rank, you're going to become a leader in this, and you're going to want to have one-on-one calls with your own coaches. So I really think that's a big thing, and I'm going to start doing more of that now. So she really touched on that. She called it a getting connected call before like a getting started right call. So basically a lot of us do that anyway, because we're talking, you're building a relationship with that coach, and you're talking to them, getting to know them. So that's kind of, you're doing that and you're not even really knowing it. But she touched on some of the stuff that she goes over. Like she wants to ask them, like, okay, what kind of coach are you going to be? You want to be, full-time, part-time, or discount? How do you, do you want to, how are you going to respond? Like if you want to be a full-time in this to win it, do you want to, get some tough love, or you just want to just kind of do it slow? So she's really asking them what kind of coach they want to be. And she also asked them how do you handle objections? Because that's a big thing you get as a coach. You're going to get objections. You're going to get a lot of no's, and we all get no's. And something to really talk to your coaches about is like, how are you going to handle that? And you want to try to, really explain to them how to handle no's, because you're going to get them. And the more no's you get, the more yeses you're going to get, because that means you're asking more people. So let's see. She talked about like setting non-negotiable goals, kind of like Success Club. That's non-negotiable if you really want to build this business. What else did she talk about? Talked about like a whiteboard. What's that? So yeah, I know Dawn's going to touch a little bit more on that, but that was some of the stuff I got out of that call. So definitely listen to that call and take your own notes and check it out. So cool.
And so Dawn, before you get set to go, the Coach Basics 2.0 group's going awesome. I can just tell you just from the 2 days that it's been running, the posts and the stories that have been out there have generated so much business already. It's crazy. Emmy's post blew up, and a coach that I had spent probably 2 hours talking to yesterday, between the phone and text back and forth, saw Emmy's post, and she's like, it's me and Jamie have been talking, and she signed up as a coach tonight. So we have a new coach from Louisiana, who actually used to live in Colorado, and her son is going to be, he's 5 years old, and he's going to be on the U.S. ski snowboard team, junior snowboard team. So that's
Wow.
pretty cool.
Awesome.
So she's a new coach joining us, getting her started and getting her into the business. We have another coach that's going to be joining us as well this week that, saw Amy's post again and was like, oh, that's the team I'm going to be on. So having you guys post on my wall and make that connection, people are seeing other people be involved besides me. So that's why it's important to involve each other. And you guys are doing really, really awesome with the group, and you're reaching a lot of people, a lot more people than you know. So just keep it up and keep working hard. It's fantastic, and I'm really proud of all you guys. So, all right, Dawn, it's all you.
So everybody, you want to introduce Dawn?
I'll let Dawn introduce Dawn.
All right, Dawn's going to introduce Dawn.
She's a leader now.
Oh gosh, the pressure's on. I think I pretty much know everybody on the call, maybe except Jason. Who's Jason with? I don't know. I think I know everybody except in G4. I don't know who G4 is, but I don't know who's on the phone. But anyway, I'm Dawn. I started back in February after drinking Shakeology for almost 3 years with Jamie, but never taking the opportunity to coach or accept the discount because I felt like I would be pressured into coaching, which was obviously not the case. But anyway, I lost a lot of money, drank my Shako, felt great. I feel great. But when the 21-day fix extreme came out, I decided that was going to be my opportunity to actually follow a program and the nutrition, which I never did prior to that. So I did a lot of programs, never did the nutrition, and I may have gotten some results, but I never really got the results I wanted until I did that program. So that's kind of, I went into it as a discount coach, and then after posting, I think the end of the second week I was in, I posted like a silly picture of myself and my feet, with a band, like doing the Pilates portion of Extreme, and then just tagging 21-day fix Extreme. And then all this kind of like inbox stuff kept coming in, and I thought, oh my gosh, I guess it's time to coach. I don't know what to do. So I just kind of went from there, and it has been awesome. But I'm thankful for the coaches that are under me, because they are, truly what has gotten me where I am, just wanting to push that and make something for themselves. And I appreciate it, really. So this is my first slideshow. I've never done a PowerPoint, and I'm not a good public speaker, so I apologize in advance. I'll probably doing the and whatever, but you can laugh at me or send me notes later about how I can improve. That'd be good. But let me see if I can figure out how to share. Did you want to know, Jamie, did you want anything more, like, besides that? Am I good? Good. Okay. Did it work? Can everybody see that? Yeah, okay. So I just wanted to start by saying, dream it, believe it, achieve it. I mean, it is definitely possible. In the beginning, I didn't really set the goal for myself to be where I am now, but it's there. And everybody on this call definitely wants it because they're here and can achieve it. So I kind of wanted to structure this in the way that I felt initially. So I was really hyper consumed about what other people were thinking, like wondering, what are they thinking about what's on my post? Or am I posting too many selfies? Because honestly, for me, where I am, I think that's what attracted people to me, which is the thing that is the most out of my comfort, not now, but 6 months ago was definitely out of my comfort zone. So don't let the opinions of others really consume you. The people that really care about you and want you to succeed, they're the people that are going to stay in your feed and cheer you on. So they're the people that honestly you want in the end anyway. As far as I have in here, you feel like giving up. I mean, there are so many times that I felt like, oh, this is so hard. I can't do this. How am I going to, get people? And the next thing I know, I'm hitting Success Club 10 or Success Club 20. It happens. And I think it happens because I'm consistent. So I think that the more consistent you are and the more that you post, it's definitely going to generate your business, and people are going to see you. They're going to see past what your fears are and what you're thinking about yourself as you're, posting that selfie or, letting yourself out there. You're letting, little intricacies of your heart out. People are going to see that, and I think they appreciate it. For me, like for all the times that I really thought that I was annoying people and then I kind of laid off of posting, it was funny because I would get a post, I didn't see your post today, I waited for it, where was it? So they're not necessarily even the people that are liking my posts. So for the most part, if I got like a couple likes or 20 likes, I'd be like, oh God, everybody is so annoyed. They're worried about what I, they don't want to be my friend anymore because I'm posting all this stuff about Beachbody. But in reality, when I see them in person, they're like, hey, how you doing? Looks like you're doing a great job. I love your posts, but they're not liking it. So just keep that in mind, because if you're looking at what you post and noticing that you're not getting the 100 likes out of your 300 friends, they're still seeing it. They're just not there. They're not ready to put that like. People, I think, get a huge fear when they hit that like button that you're coming after them or something. I don't know what it is. So for me, and what I honestly truly love and appreciate about this team is that everybody on here is really real. Like when I look at everybody's posts, they're real, they're true, they're authentic, they're them. The little things that we do to change up a photo, I think really in a way we don't want to sell, but it sells it. Like it makes people see that we are happy. I mean, we don't even have to say words or do anything. Like our posts and our togetherness and our family effort with Beachbody really shows it. When I post for me because it keeps me accountable. I know that I have people that are in my challenge groups. I know that I have people that are, looking to see what I'm up to see what I'm doing. And again, like whether you know it or not, they're watching. Like people are constantly watching you. They may not be ready today. They may not be ready next month. They may not be ready for a year, but they're still watching you. And the more that you keep them engaged, the more they're going to come to you and not somebody else. Because once you stop posting or take a break from posting and somebody else posts something that you could have had on your wall that day, they'll find something else, or they'll find Thrive, or they'll find, there's so many things out there. But the more consistent you are, which I think this team shows it, there's so many people that have been in this for a long haul, and I just think that it just gets better and better. So basically, people who shine from within, they don't need the spotlight, and we all really truly shine, and just kind of go with it. Okay, so I am in the Diamond Dash group with a bunch of other people on the call tonight, and a couple of the takeaways that I've learned in that group was particularly things that have to do with social media and Facebook and Instagram. So I know we've probably went over this before, but people want, when you have a profile picture, the little black photo that everybody sees, that picture really needs to be you. Just a picture of you, not a picture of you and your family, or you and your dog or cat. It needs to be you. So when people are searching you, that's the photo that they see. So if that's something that you have, like, you might want to think about changing that part of your Facebook. And then another huge thing that they talk about is, positive posts. So if you're not somebody who's comfortable with posting a photo of yourself or posting a Flex Friday, or, post something positive, post a quote and add your own little verbiage, in the comment. But everything kind of needs to be positive. The minute you go in that negative direction, like all those people that were looking towards you for that positive energy, they're kind of seeing a different side, like wondering, oh, what's going on? So you want to just kind of try to keep that negative in a chat, or to me, you can give it to me, I'll help you out. But just kind of stay positive in your posts. For me, like, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll find like a quote that I really love, and I'll try to take a picture of myself or me and Lilia, and then I just try to rework it and, overlay it over that photo so that it kind of takes away from the selfie aspect of it, but still gives some meaning behind it. And I think people have really appreciated that. The other thing that I do is, like, Fridays, I have Flex Friday, and during the school year, it's always a Flex Friday with Lilia. And I know people, sorry, my computer goes in and out. I know people really appreciate that and look forward to it, because all summer long they're like, where's your Flex Friday with Lilia? But it works in the school routine. It didn't really work out in the summer part. So, I mean, just little things that you may not think that people notice, they definitely notice. And I know we've talked about this too, about sharing things on your Facebook. So if, Emmy makes a post, I'm not going to share Emmy's post to my wall. I'm going to take whatever content. Like, if she has a post about Carl Deichler, I'm going to take that post about Carl Deichler, and I'm going to copy that link, and I'm going to paste that link, not Emmy with it, but that link I'm going to paste right in my feed. So I'm going to make it part of me and not part of Emmy and Dawn, because then it kind of steers Emmy's people to me and vice versa. But anyway, you just kind of want to make that your own, because even if you think you're not plugging that company or that person, you're definitely doing it. And when we're, especially here in this small community, like, we kind of want to keep track of that. But they're saying even like in the bigger picture, like a news feed, like, make that news feed your own. So if you find something on CNN and you want to post it, find that link, copy that link and post it directly, but don't do a share from a share from a share, because a lot of times you'll see people are sharing things like 6, 7, 8 times, unless you're specifically trying to plug that company. But if it's just something that you think would be good content for your wall, just copy that link part. And again, like, can't say it enough, but more than anything, you just have to be consistent. Whatever you do, whatever your thing is, you just keep doing it. So, if it's a daily post of yourself or your Shaco or a workout, or just even saying that you're doing a workout, you have to stay consistent, because there's so many other things out there that people will jump on board with because they're seeing more of that, or they don't feel like this week you're talking about something, and then you're talking like the next 10 posts are about your dog or, a friend or whatever, and then they don't see another post for 10 days. They don't feel like you're truly invested in what you're doing. So if you're posting something every day, I mean, they say 3 to 5 posts a day. I haven't been able to do that, but it's on my to-do list. But at least once a day. So set your goals high and don't stop till you get there. For me, I actually said to Bill, I'm going to make Diamond by August 31st. That was my goal. And I really honestly had no idea that it was going to happen. And it was actually, I think, the 31st when it did happen. And I kind of forgot about it. And then out of the blue, I got a message, hey, I'm signing coaches today. I'm like, what? So I didn't tell anybody that was my goal, but that was my goal. And I told Bill, and it was, it just happened. So I don't know, something sets in motion, you write it down or you think about it or you have a conversation about it, and it can definitely happen. Yeah, just follow up, believe it. You know, it happens. It will happen. I promise you. I know I'm going to see like a bazillion emeralds and diamonds coming out of this group. Why? I know we go over this all the time too, but this is a really great opportunity for me to talk about this. If you're not yet an Emerald Coach, why do you want to make this your goal? For one, you're going to activate your business center, which is huge, but it's only huge if you're activating it and making Success Club. I'm telling you, once you make Success Club 5, they start feeding you, you know, people that are buying programs and don't already have a coach. And Eric, who is on the call, is the perfect example of how following up with leads that you actually receive, you know, come through. And I basically sent Eric an email because he showed up in my back office literally, I think the day after I sent him an email, and he responded. So I was like, wow, this is great. And we, you know, became Facebook friends and have been, you know, chatted. And I had no idea that it would lead into him wanting to actually become a coach and work the business, which is awesome. But, you know, I got to know him better, and you know, it's just follow up and follow through. And that was really the first time I ever went through. I think I had emailed prior to that, but I used that great email. We have a great database now in Team Boom Dynasty. If you guys haven't looked through the files, I mean, the files are stacked and unbelievable with information that Jamie has posted in there. So I kind of went off of her email and created my own and sent it out, and it was great. So I've actually had 2 people that have contacted me through that. And then I have done a lot of texting, and you can tell if somebody has an iPhone because it comes up blue, you know, if they've read it, if they still have that read on there. So I've gotten through to 3 people that I'm now contacted with, you know, just trying to help them figure out what program they want to do and things like that. But it's just a great reminder that, you know, follow up, follow through, make Emerald, because it really will change, you know, the cycle bonuses, just the little things that, you know, may seem little for a moment, but they get bigger. So it's just something that should definitely be a goal. Write it down. Really just write it down and go after it, because you can all definitely achieve it. All right, the National Wake Up Call. I had those things written down as well that Bill had talked about, but I think one of the best things that they had talked about in there, and I don't even remember who said it, but the quote was, "People do business with people that they trust." And I think that that's so true, which again goes to the consistency part. If you are consistent and you're posting and people know, you know, they know, hey, Dawn works at, you know, the dental office, but they know Dawn works for Beachbody. So it's just one of those things that people really need to know, that you're invested in, you know, I mean, Beachbody, it's network marketing, and people, that's how they look at it until they know that you have yourself immersed in it. Because so many people come and go, they want to know that you're going to be there for them. So once they build that trust, they're going to trust in you, and they're going to want to jump on board. They're going to want to do programs. They're going to want to do challenges with you. So just keep consistent, keep positive, keep focused. And why not be even more focused because of the great Success Club 5 goal that we have this month. I mean, that's like unbelievable. So I know I'm struggling a little bit this month, but I mean, it is certainly my goal to be 10, but you know, 5 definitely, just so I can have the great prize. I mean, that's craziness. Just back to Elizabeth Harkey real quick. The other thing that she talked about, which I did today for the first time, I'm not really very organized. I swear I need like an organizer. I need an app or something to organize me. So if anybody has one, I'd love to know about it. But she talked about how she does her 10 in play. So her goal every month is Success Club 10. So she always has 10 people in play that she is constantly talking to. So she writes them down on a paper, and then every time she chats with them, she writes down what she's talking about, why she's contacting them. Is she contacting them for a challenge pack? Is she contacting them to get them in a challenge group? Is she contacting them because she's trying to have them come aboard as a coach? But she keeps this great list. So I started Evernote today, and I started my list, but in all reality, I mean, she really only needs to connect with 5 people to make her goal every month. She's, working with 10 at a time. And then as they move on, like as she loses one of the 10, I think she adds another one. But it's just like a good system that's worked for her. I don't know. I think this might be a really quick call. But my last part, I'm not techie at all. So my biggest tech thing is Audible, because I travel almost every week for about 2 to 3 hours, and that's all I listen to my whole way. So I do different books on personal development. I think I have 7 or 8 going on in there. I just downloaded Go for No, and I started listening to a little bit today, but it sounds like a great book. I've heard a lot of really good feedback on it. And me, that is my, just like everybody, my big fear is I don't want to hear no. I don't want to hear somebody say no to me. But in this book, I think he basically tells you you want a billion no's. No means that you're working. It means that you're, striving for something. And no is just no, not no today, but no, not forever, kind of thing. So always just kind of cycle back with people. But I'm looking forward to listening to that one tomorrow on my travel. I think that's it. That's all I have. That's all I have prepared. I'm terrible. Anybody have any questions? Comments?
Awesome, Dawn. Can you unshare the screen?
Yes. How do I do that?
There should be a
I
thing.
see it.
Share, stop share. There you go.
Got it.
Good job, Dawn. It takes.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous.
No, you did awesome. And, I think when we all start doing this, when we become Beachbody coaches, we don't think we're going to be talking to people like this and running these meetings. It just kind of ends up coming with the territory, and you just naturally grow into that role. And you did awesome with it. So, it's something to be really proud of. And I see all of you doing things every day that I know you're stepping out of your comfort zone, and don't think that those things are going unnoticed. So, Dawn doing the call today, and Dawn posting in the Diamond group today, and getting on her first Diamond leadership call last night. Karen Allen making a video, and Luke making a video, and people are just doing things that they didn't see themselves doing before, and that's just really, really, really awesome. And we're noticing all those things that are happening as we grow as a team. So good job to everybody. Just keep it up, and never give up. That's Beachbody's thing. Never give up. So
on Stream Big.
Yeah.
Never give up.
I just wanted to kind of piggyback on just before we get done with some of the things that Dawn said. How she has her 10 list. Months ago, when I first started telling guys about Evernote, I told you I had my 10 list. I always keep 10 people on my list, just like she does. For me, I love Evernote, and I use it for almost everything, and I'd be in a lot of trouble if everyone away. But I also am a paper pencil girl, so I have just a regular notebook, a spiral notebook, and I have all the way back through, I started doing this in April, and I list every single person that I've reached out to. I put stars next to them if they are showing interest in the challenge pack or doing the fitness program. So that way I know which people I should be focusing on. And then once they do purchase a challenge pack, I highlight them so I can visually see how many challenge packs I've sold. I put Bill's up at the top, mine at the other end, to visually show me that we're hitting Success Club. And then the next month, so I go to May, and then what I do is I copy all the people who didn't purchase a challenge pack onto my May list, so that I can go over those people again. So this month, September. Right now I have 4 specific people that I have starred that I'm really focusing on right now, because I know they're really interested in giving them the attention that they need to get them started, because I know they're going to be making those purchases. And then I'll pick another 4 to focus on and give my attention to. So Just a good old spiral notebook, really works. And the cool thing about it is if I'm running low in September and I'm like, oh, who else can I reach out to? I have pages and pages and pages of leads that I can take from those months of people that never purchased. Like, oh yeah, I remember that girl. I should send her a message and see how she's doing and if she's ready to make that leap in and start in a challenge group. So it re-triggers your memory. It's like a memory jogger for yourself to know who to reach out to again. So this is something that really works for me. And Dawn saying being consistent, and you guys hear that term and that phrase is beat like a dead horse almost. But it's so true. And I read this to Emmy yesterday. I have a girl, some of you may know her, Devin Bettages, and we grew up together. Her sister actually used to babysit me. And I haven't talked to her. I mean, we're friends on Facebook, but really it's just Facebook friends. And she sent me she's never liked my posts. She's never commented. She's never sent me a message since we became friends. And she just sent me a message yesterday saying, hey girl, I'm so impressed by what you have accomplished with your body. I just had my 4th and last baby. I need to get my body back in shape and my health on point. You look amazing. I need your help if possible. And then she said, my health is my main focus. I'm scared to death to leave my kids. I need to get right and you do inspire me. I love all your posts. I mean, I had no clue that she was watching what I was doing. So even if you think nobody's watching you, I promise you there are way more people than you think watching what you're doing. And I've been on Facebook doing Beachbody for 3 years, and I had no clue she was even remotely interested. I never even reached out to her because I didn't think. So just something to keep in mind. And something I'm going to be doing, it'll be the focus of one of our calls, is that when you do start getting leads and you do start getting customers, I'm creating a newsletter that will say, introduce who I am. I'm their coach with a picture of myself or a picture of Bill if he's their coach. Whatever the special is for the month, like the Challenge Pack special, a fitness tip, a clean eating tip, a Shakeology recipe. I'm going to bulk send that newsletter to every single customer that I have and every single customer that Bill has, just so they get another thing that says, hey, this is me. I'm your coach. You might not be on Facebook, but this is who I am. I'm here for you to reach out to, just to kind of, get out to your customers a little bit more as well. So there's lots of things you can be doing to keep, we have a lot of customers that purchase Shakeology every single month, and they're not coaches and they're not on HD, and they're paying like out the pocket for the product when they could be getting it so much cheaper. So getting a hold of those customers is really important as well.
So who has questions for Dawn? She's not off the hook that easy. Anybody?
Go ahead, Nikki.
Go ahead, Nikki.
I had a question. I think I may have mentioned this to Dawn earlier, or I don't know if I was talking to Dawn about it, who I was talking about it to, but whoever I was talking to about it said I should bring it up at the call. When we get leads from Beachbody and I check to see what they ordered, it'll say like no orders. So like, I don't know if they just signed up for a free account, because I just think that they signed up for a free account. And then I find out that like, I just got a message through Beachbody's email, and someone who I just thought, signed up for an account, got the 21-day fix and was starting to ask me questions. I've still had a hard time getting in touch with her. I responded via Beachbody. I responded via text. I responded via email. I'm having a hard time reaching her. But like, I didn't know she got a program. So am I missing something? Like, they don't tell you what the leads actually did. They just assign you a person. Like, I don't understand.
You want me to answer that, Dawn?
Yeah, because I want to see if I had the same answer.
All right. Yeah. So unless they like on the regular Success Club 5 leads, as you know, Success Club 10 leads are Success Club leads, and they're actual usually Shakeology orders, or it'll show you what they ordered.
It'll show you what they ordered, and you'll get a commission if it's a
Right.
Success Club 10 lead.
Right.
But if it's a Success Club 5 lead, they just figure, I guess if you're going to reach out to them, then you'll find out.
Right. Yeah. You're just basically reaching out to them. A lot of times, though, if you notice, they'll sometimes when they create their profile, they'll actually put what workout they're doing in the super gym. That'll show up in there as a category for that. But that's the only way that you can tell what they're doing aside from getting a hold of them and finding out what they're doing.
And sometimes it's okay. Like when I talk to those people, I'd be like, hey, I just want to introduce myself. I'm assigned to you as your Beachbody coach. I don't get all the information, so tell me about yourself. What program are you doing? What are your goals? I want to be there for you, and it just becomes a conversation starter. So it's not
Okay.
really-
I mean, that's pretty much what I figured, because I even said that to someone when I was talking back and forth, that I wasn't aware. We're not always told all the information. We're just kind of assigned.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah, no, that's a great question, though.
I just wasn't sure if I was missing something, because I'd gotten this email from this woman, and I just assumed maybe she got a free club member. Maybe she wanted just full access to the website for all its cool resources and wanted to make an account. I had no idea she bought the 21-day fix.
Right. Is Karen on the call? Because Karen had that same question, I think. I don't know if Karen's on tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I'm fighting with my daughter.
That help you?
Yeah, that helps. Thank you.
Okay.
Awesome. Great question. Anybody else for Dawn? Come on, y'all. There's a lot of information there.
I don't have a question, but I have some comments.
Awesome.
Comment away.
Comment.
I think you did really good, Dawn. And I took notes, and I want to point out that when you were talking about posting pictures and getting out of your comfort zone, I remember you saying that and how freaked out you were about it and how natural it is for you now.
Yeah.
And I like what you said about how we are all real. And I think that our posts do show that. And I think that's what makes our team so great. And it reminds me of a quote that I heard, because we're not selling, but you're not selling the steak, we're selling the sizzle. And I really like that, because I think people see how we live and they want that for themselves too. And I think that we do a really good job of sharing that with people. And when you talked about getting organized, I did a little comment in my video the other day about Wunderlist, and it's awesome. It's interchangeable with your phone and your computer. So you can I screen share too?
Yeah.
So I use this all the time.
Is it like Evernote or?
It's just the list app. And so like I have it categorized. I have like my power hour here, and I'm big on lists, and if I don't write it down, I forget. So like I have all the stuff that I need to do for Beachbody on here. And then I have like random stuff, like things that I just need to get done, stuff for work, groceries. Like if I think of something that I need, I can just put it in my phone. And I don't know, it works really good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Does it remind you of anything? Like, does it have that capability or no?
I think it does. Yeah. I mean,
It does.
every day.
I use it too, Angie. I assign things to my kids. I share the lists with them, some of them, and they can put stuff on the grocery list. It's so cool.
Oh, I didn't know you could.
You can totally set reminders.
Love it.
Awesome.
Is it
It's really
Wonder, like WONDER, Wunderlist?
WUNDERLIST. And it's awesome.
Cool.
Definitely helped me get my shit done. And that's it. You did great.
Thank you.
Good stuff, Ange.
Now I know who else is talkative. I know who's going to run the next call.
Right. I was just gonna say that's the perfect tech thing for Angie to throw in.
I was thinking the same thing based on the video she posted in the Diamond group. It was pretty solid. So
I'm really scared to do it. I feel
You're good at videos though.
do not look scared on that video at all.
Yeah, but talking to people, like seeing all your faces here, you know.
If we can run
Yeah,
up,
but you don't see any of them when you do your PowerPoint, and it's pretty easy. I didn't see anybody. I was like, oh yeah,
we were just making faces at you, Dawn, while you couldn't.
probably. That's all right.
Visuals, I agree, Don. Visuals really do help when you're in this type of environment, so that's good. Cool.
Like once you get one under your belt, you're good.
Any questions from any new coaches? Or
Well, can I announce something too?
Yeah.
Because now I can see Eric's face. Oh, where'd he go? He left me. There he is. He moved. So I just wanted to say that Eric is my new coach, but Eric's brother is a coach. And he chose me. Brother.
Yeah, after I watched that, can I change my choice?
Right? I know, I was gonna say, are you sure?
I like this guy.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I love it.
Well, welcome, Eric. It's
Welcome,
really nice
Eric.
to have you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other new coaches that coaches want to introduce that are on?
Oh, I want to announce too. Where's Stephanie? She's on here. Woo! She's at SC4.
Mhm.
She is
All that.
heading. She wants that prize. She's in.
She's got it.
And Maggie, I just got a thing today that Maggie and I are getting the Carl Deichler call because she just made her first SC for her first month.
That's great.
It's exciting. Those calls are great.
And if our Samoans were on, Leela and Joseph, Leela went Ruby. So
Yep, we got a
she's
Ruby
officially
coach.
Ruby.
Awesome.
The elusive Ruby.
Yeah, not many people hit that. They kind of just skip over and go to Diamond.
Yep.
I don't think I hit it. I went to Diamond. You hit it for
I
a
did
little
hit it.
while.
Yep. Yeah, you need
What's
two.
the main difference between Ruby and Diamond?
We have 2 emeralds and 4 coaches total.
Yep. So you have 2 active coaches on each side, and one of those on each side is an emerald.
So it happens.
Yep. Yep. And the cycle bonuses are $16 versus $14. So it does go up a bit. And your cap for the week is $1,000 versus $250. So
there's a big difference.
yep. But usually, like Jamie said, usually you have the last step usually for people is getting that other emerald. And that's why a lot of people skip right over to diamond. So cool. Yeah, so the big thing that, of course, that I got out of Dawn's call is the word consistent, and y'all hear that from me like a billion times. So I think that is just absolutely huge. Real quick, Dawn, I know I asked this in the in my assignment in the Diamond group, but 3 things that you're consistent with every morning. Let's say, like what are the first three things you do that relate to this business every day?
Oh, I get up at 5 a.m. every day. Actually, I get up at 4:50, and then I snooze for 10 minutes, and then I get up at 5, and then I post in my BUB FitWad, and then I take my E&E, and then I do my workout, and then I post. If I try to figure out some sort of, depending on how much time I have, I try to take a photo and figure something else to post, on my wall for the day, and then that's it. So I do 4 things, Beachbody related, first thing in the morning. And then I go to work, which is a 2-minute drive, so I don't have time for personal development. But I try to do that at lunch. So I try to plug in and get some of that. That's something I definitely need to work on. That, posting more than once a day, and talking to more people. Really reaching out as far as the coaching part. I'm great at the challenge part, not so great with the rest of it.
We're always a work in progress.
Yep.
So.
And I think it all ties together too. Consistency, your wonder list, all that stuff that you put together to get organized. That all ties into consistency. And if you are every single day, whether you think people are listening or not, if you're consistent, you're going to build the trust that you talked about, and it takes time. But when you build that trust and people see that you're in it to win it, they're going to start joining you, and more and more and more people are going to start joining you. As you can see from this call, we had 24, I think at one point, 24 people on this call. And our very first call, we had, I got on the call, I think it was 9 o'clock, 9:10, I think somebody jumped on, and as soon as they heard my voice, they jumped off, and that was it. First call, you know
Awesome.
what? But I had another call the next week, and the next week, and the next week, and slowly, we had 1, we had 2, we had 3, we had 4, and then look at, we got 25 people on the call. So consistency, magic word.
Yep. Cool.
All right.
All right.
Anybody else?
Karen, don't forget, guys, Super Saturday's October 17th. So if you're local, book your calendars. We still don't quite know where it's going to be. Karen, did you get in touch with anybody from Steel Stacks yet?
I'm still waiting to hear back. I left them voicemail earlier in the week, and I'll follow up again tomorrow.
Yeah, I tried too, just to have 2 of us. I haven't heard back yet. So I think if we don't hear back in the next couple of days, we're going to have to just find something different local. The place looks awesome, though. Like, it'll be a perfect location, just because it's just so central to everybody. So what I was thinking was we would have.
What is it called? What's it?
Oh, easy.
What's it called again?
Sorry, Nikki. Super Saturday on October 17th at Steel Stacks in Bethlehem. So one of their event centers there. So what I was thinking is in October Super Saturday, we could have it there. And it's pretty central for everybody around here and people in the Poconos and people.
What stacks? What is it called?
Steel Stacks in Bethlehem.
Okay.
And then we can do the same place in the winter. And then in the spring and the summer Super Saturdays, go up to Tannersville with the chalet that the Poconos people wanted to use because they have pools and outdoor facilities. And we can make those like our 2 bigger events where we can go earlier and like have a team bonding session and, make it a bigger event because the weather will be nicer, obviously. So that way we would have 2 Super Saturdays up that way and then 2 Super Saturdays down this way. And I think it would meet everybody's needs. We just need to find a place around here that can hold at least 200 people. And like, we need to do it ASAP. So if anybody has connections, if me and Karen don't get through to Steel Stacks people, we need a place that can accommodate at least 200 people and that we can have a workout at. And then, if we do that, we'll get recognized by corporate and by Carl Deichler as an official market council. And that's a big deal for everybody on this team. So it's definitely something we need to shoot for. So start telling your coaches about it. Have them mark in their calendars October 17th, even though we don't know where it is yet. Have them talking to their friends about it. Invite your challengers to it. We want to recognize any challengers that might not even be coaches yet, just to say, hey, great job, you lost 5 pounds. Great job, you lost 10 inches. Great job, you changed your nutrition, whatever it is. So anybody that's a challenger, customer, coach, tell them October 17th that we need to fill that. If you're not from this area and you're out of state, which we have a lot of people out of state, let Bill or I know, or your coach, you just go into the back office and you look up Beachbody events and look for an event that's close to you and try to get there because getting to Super Saturdays is just one of those things that reignites your business, just get you excited. You get to hang out with other coaches and be around people that are positive and happy and, looking to lead that better designed life. So it's definitely not going to hurt you to be at those events for sure. So October 17th, mark your calendars. We're doing everything we can. And again, we have a lot of new coaches. So if anybody has any awesome connections of some places that we can have it that are local that can seat at least 200 people, that would be awesome. So.
Or we could just do Craig's condo again.
Yeah, we can fit everybody in Craig's house. What the heck?
I'll let him know. 200 this time.
Anyway, any other questions for the good of the order? Anything? Monday starts the next challenge group. Don't forget, it's going to be the one. Megan, you are in it, just so you know. You are added to it. This challenge group, though, just for the record, this is a challenge group for serious challengers only, period. They will be asked to leave and just go in the general group. This is a group that we want to make sure, people are posting every day. They're not just sitting in it and not doing anything. We have 2 groups. We have a general accountability group for people that are doing different programs here or there, and they're not really following an exact schedule, and they're kind of free, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But then this one that we're doing, we're being specifically strict with it because there's more at stake. We're giving away a prize every single week. I'm going to give away my week. I'm going to give away the performance supplement sample package, and then I'm doing a video every single day for the week that I'm doing it. And we're requiring that people must post every day for that week. I mean, if something comes up, obviously we're not going to kick them out. But if they're not doing anything and they're not commenting and they're not even involved, then why be in there? So I'm going to run the first week. Dawn's going to run the second week. I don't know if Dawn knows what her prize will be yet. And then Tara Sanders is going to run.
It's a new car.
Tara Sanders is going to run part of the third week, and then we're going to kind of end it those last couple days, and then run another group like that in October. But there's more at stake. We have more prizes, more challenges involved. So, if you have people that want to take this seriously and really want some results, that's the group to put them into. Sunday night, we're going to have a getting started right call for that challenge so we can go over the expectations. And then we'll begin on Monday. It's for 21-day fix, 21-day fix extreme, and max 30. So, all right.
James,
Yeah.
when do you think the next one will be after that? Like, I have people now that are obviously, they're still like on the fence. The second Monday in October or first? So the 6th? Okay.
Yep.
Oh, cool. That's good.
Yep.
So it'll just like end one and then we'll just start a new group for another?
Yep.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll remove all those people and then just start again. So we don't have to create 50,000 groups all the time because that we already have enough groups as it is. So like the Inspire to Be Fit will be like our team serious challenge group.
And can I just do like a plug real quick for, I don't know if any, for Beachbody. So I don't know if anybody has used the Derm exclusive line, but seriously, I don't know if it's the lighting in my house right now, but I used that freeze and fill on my forehead. Holy crap. It's good stuff. Yeah. Just saying, just throwing it out there. It's like, yeah.
So go get yourself some freeze and fill, ladies and gentlemen.
It's called freeze and fill. Yeah. I was like, man, this stuff, I didn't believe it. Only because I've had it and I've never used it. And then I was watching the infomercial today. I'm like, oh, they have an infomercial for Derm, this Derm exclusive. So I got it out and I was like, holy crap, 15 minutes and it all just.
Paul, you want some. You already have it, don't you?
I need it.
Yeah.
Paul is the Derm exclusive model.
He is. Yep. He just doesn't know it yet.
Look at all the guys that are on the call. I remember
Yeah, what the heck?
This is so exciting. We might
Paul and Bill. That's awesome.
Yeah. Charlie and Bosley have company finally.
Testosterone has entered the building.
It's good.
Awesome. All right, guys, if there's no other questions, keep up the awesome work that you're doing. Keep changing lives. I'm proud of all of you. And you know where to find us for questions. Again, any coaches that need a one-on-one call, I know Bill and I have been talking with a lot of people this week, one-on-one, working out plans, strategies to rank advance. You just need to speak out and let us know. Raj and Luke, I know we're going to schedule something with you two coming up shortly. So it's up to you. We will run with you if you want to run. We will walk if you want to walk. You just have to tell us what speed you want to go at. So, all right, guys, have an awesome night. And look at that. We finished in under an hour. How about that?
Wow.
That's pretty awesome.